Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is April 4th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. Also, happy birthday, somebody out there who watches and follows me from time to time. And I'll hope you had a great week. Hope you have a great day. And that's that. But let's go ahead and jump over here to this quarterly chart and see what we see. Let me maximize this and resize this. On this quarterly chart, what we see is confirmation of our bearish engulfing in the right location. Came down to our first stop point, and which is this support 1 level. It actually closed a little bit below that, and all. So that's what I see there. All right, let's go down to this monthly chart. On this monthly chart, we were in a bear market, like I said last week. Bear market, bear market, bear market. We have gotten confirmation of that bear market. Again, like I was saying last week, that if we open up below pivot, I expect us to come down here somewhere in this area here, and we're already there. The question is now, when will we get that bounce back to the upside, and will it be at the support 2 level, or will it be down here at this support 3 level? Support 2 level, you're looking at close to 400 and maybe dipping below 400. Support 3 level, you're looking at 350, maybe below 350. And that, based on the way this market has been moving, that's not out of the question at this time. So let's go ahead and go down to this weekly chart and see what we see on this weekly chart. This weekly chart, boom, again, well, on this weekly chart, as I said, we had a bearish engulfing here in the wrong location, but based on the conditions of the market and where we was at and where this bearish look, what had been happening, this consolidation down here, again, I would say, oh, you might get a follow through. Any other time I will be saying I'll just kind of ignore it, this thing, but we ended up doing also, on the weekly chart, it's kind of like showing kind of funny. It's still showing up on last month monthly pivots. These should be monthly pivots and all. It didn't show up on this monthly pivot. Again, I would have been looking at it also. That's why I kind of have my charts the way I have them, where I can see, my next month monthly pivots. We'd have been on the pivot going down below pivot. So now when we come next month, next week, we're going to be already down here at support 2 level. I would have been expecting it to stay on the pivot and stay on the pivot, and that's what we did. We came about, again, somebody else is looking at this the way I would be looking at it. And we came close to pivot, and that pivot ended up being a resistance point, plus with this bearish engulfing pattern right here, and bearish engulfing pattern right here, and coming up, into this bearish engulfing pattern, the way this candle came up in here, and not being able to break this top here, and also at pivot here, and then just pushing back and dropping. This is the ideal thing that you would like to see happen. Nothing is guaranteed. This doesn't happen all the time, but this was kind of like, if there was a textbook on candle patterns that show how the market actually works, this is what will be there, exactly what we're looking at right now. But that's that. But let's go ahead and go down to this daily chart. Oh, I'm trying to cramp. This daily chart and see what we see there and all. And right here, this daily chart, it was a funny week, though. That's the whole thing. During this week, while I was watching this stuff, again, I did my virtual trade. I tried some long trades. I did catch some of this stuff, but I ended up blowing up stuff anyway, and all, in a small account. Didn't trade my other accounts. No need to go there. But again, this was kind of like had the bull here, bullish mindset, feeling good. But the problem was, let me show one problem. I like listening to. I listen to a couple of people. That's about it. And I call on Monday night, and then a couple other guys. That's about it. I like listening to those guys. Those guys, they've been around forever, and all, and they seem to be on point a lot of times. Although they don't. They're very nice guys. They don't know it, but I have emailed them way back in the past. I don't email them at all these days. I just listen, But what happened was, we got below this. They were saying that volatility hadn't quite reached the point that we already expected to go to, and I kind of said, I'm one of those ones that go, if they think that, something is bound to come. But another key thing that had happened, Buffett had pulled his money out of the market, and Buffett pulling his money out of the market a long trader like him, who's in there for the long term, he didn't want to take the loss of what he thought was coming. So that should be a sign. You got a couple top people in this game doing things that's telling you warning, 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 get out and all. And that's why again why I said on the call, cash is not a bad thing, sometimes. And or you learn to play the downside. I'm just a bullish player that I have a hard time playing the downside for whatever reason. I got some mental thing going on there, that I know about, so I know what I have to do. And I'll trade small or trade not at all. That's the whole thing. So, but this like I say, back here on this daily chart, we had got these green days, but this green day right here was below the level where it shouldn't have went below, and then the next day it came back above the level where you thought maybe it was going, and then you ended up with a higher low and a higher high this day, and then boom, they fake you out. They never got this on the NASDAQ here on the Qs. It never really got to a point where, based on your trading plan and your trading strategies, where you shouldn't have got long. You should be waiting for it to break this top right here, because again, you still got all this supply that's in this thing down. This is just people still based on my trading plans and trading strategies. You still just got people still taking profit and getting short, taking some profit, throwing some back in there for short, and then they pull the rug completely out, the next couple of days. The bids were no longer existing, and this market just dropped here these 2 days, and that's what happens. Again, and especially with the news and the events and stuff that was going on. But it seemed like people in this country. Well, I don't want to go there, but that's what I see. That's what I see. Let me go ahead and clear that up. And again, based on what we're seeing, this is probably not over yet. That's the other thing. Come next, these are weekly pivots, should be weekly pivots. But come next week, we can see already we may be starting out below pivot. If we're starting out below pivot, we're looking at this market coming down to maybe a 400, below 400, and if it goes all the way to a support 3 level, we're talking about a 350. Don't know what they expect, but again, as long as this stuff is going on, you're kind of late to the party to play it to the downside. Your downside play, could have been on the NASDAQ was, I expect you on the pivot. I expect you to stay on the pivot. You started out, there this week, on the pivot, stay on the pivot. You wait and wait. If it's coming up, if you break pivot and it comes back below pivot based on my trading strategy, this is the time to get short and then again, but your stop is way up here. So you got a stop of that 76 to 90. So that's a pretty big stop. That's like 14-point stop. Are you comfortable with a 14-point stop? You position size yourself where 14 points is not going to hurt you. Or you position size yourself where 14 points is not going to hurt you, if this thing end up going against you, and that's it. That's all I really want to share. Get throwing a little bit of trading crap in there, but because they had a few people who did it right, and made some crazy money this week to the downside, and I was happy for them, but I told them nope, I didn't do it, but that's it. That's trading. I hope you guys had a great week, though. I hope everybody have a great weekend. And this is the Right Side Trader. Talk to you later. Bye.